Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about a really fine Impala 1963 two-door hardtop with a big block. Give you all the details in a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about one of our newest acquisitions, a 1963 Chevy Impala two-door hardtop in Riverside Red. I mean, bright red. I mean, it is beautiful. It stands out in a crowd for sure. Now you can want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start. We're going to do a walk around, give you more details of the car. Because of doing that, it's really a wonderful thing to do. Now you don't have to watch the entire video if you don't want to, but it just gives you some more insights into the car and some of its details. Now you can also click on the link in our description and it'll take you directly to this car on our website with all the information, all the pictures and everything on this car. Or you can go to our website at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com where you'll find this car and close to 100 additional other collector cars and vehicles that we currently have in inventory, ranging from cars back in the 20s all the way up into the cars in the 70s and beyond. Take a look. There's got to be something there that you will fall in love with if it isn't this one in particular. But yes, 1963 Impala SS, beautiful color like I said, and under the hood is probably one of the really neat things. It has a big block and it is a 454. You've got a lot of power under the hood on this car with the 4-barrel. Then it's got other extra goodies that go with that. It has power steering, power brakes. It has aftermarket air conditioning, so it has a later model compressor and everything. So, I mean, it's got the best of all worlds. It is kind of a nice thing to have when you have the bucket seats or whatever in black, because, you know, air conditioning sometimes is kind of nice. But yes, all those extra accessories that they ordered on this car to have power steering is a wonderful addition on these old cars. I'll tell you what, in the day, you know, the steering wheels were so big, many people didn't order power steering, but with today's day and age, we're kind of used to it. It makes life easier. If you go to the car show, you got to back it into a spot or you're parking somewhere. Power steering is wonderful, and power brakes is another safety factor. Of course, 1963, single master cylinders, brakes can fail. They weren't all that reliable, whereas now you've got the power brakes and the upgraded brake system. It just makes this car much more enjoyable and safe to drive. And of course, I mentioned it's got aftermarket air conditioning. I mean, air conditioning with the new stuff, the new compressor, it is just really something that's nice. Can be serviced very easily versus some of that older air that there's not many people know how to even take care of some of that old stuff. The new stuff like this, much better. Like I said, big block. It's got the radial, radial tires with the raised letters. It's got the rally rims on it. I mean, beautiful with the big wide, beauty rings and the center cap. I mean, just has a really nice look adds to the kind of presence of the car. No, you take a look at the inside, of course, it's got, I didn't mention what kind of transmission. It's got an automatic transmission, but it has a nice center console, the SS console with a shifter on the floor, gives it a little more manly look, whatever, and it is really nice. And the SS stuff, they had all kinds of neat stuff. They had emblems on it. They got the engine turned dash. Look at the back end of the car by the tail lights or whatever. A 63 goes like that, 62 is like that, and a 64 is straight. Interesting. You can always tell a car real quickly by looking at that stuff. When I was a kid, that was our game. We wanted to identify all the cars, whatever it was. Oh, what year is that? Something that we enjoyed doing. But yeah, beautiful interior in this car. Even has the air dash, aftermarket radio, so you can listen to AM, FM. In the old days, all you would have had was FM. But yeah, the bucket seats and the chrome and stuff, the inside is really, really well done for the SS options, if you will. Vent windows, again, one of those things that, people of my age or whatever really enjoy, that it gives flow through air. in the days when I was a kid, it also took the smoke that mom and dad were smoking. They took it out the window so we didn't get fumigated in the back seat. So it was just one of those nice things they had. But yeah, isn't that just a beautiful colored car? I mean, beautiful roof line. I mean, this was one of the big things to have this line that was on the hard tops or whatever. It's got dual exhaust, of course, with the big block. You know, someone also added dual outside mirrors. And, you know, I always look at all this kind of stuff. This chrome stuff here is really, really exceptionally nice. One of those things that I always look at. And, of course, it's got the big open air hardtop look to it. You know, you can find all our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. I mean, give us a like. Leave us a comment or subscribe. We appreciate that very much. There's always information on this car, our current inventory, and cars we've had in the past. So if you have some time to look on the internet, by all means, take a look at those sites and you're going to find a lot of our really nice cars that we currently have. But big blocks with an automatic air conditioning, power steering. What more could you ask for in 1963? This was an outstanding car. I almost got a 63 from my uncle back when I was 16. But unfortunately, he sold it to my other uncle, so I didn't get it. But at that time, you know, that's just the way it went. I ended up getting a 62 Ford Fairlane 500 with a 221 V8. I guess it was okay. But anyway, yeah, 63, beautiful car. You know, if you're like me, I would like to come down and look at it in person. You're more than welcome to come into Ellingson's. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4. If you're like me, come on down, take a look. You know, it does exist. It is real. It is right here on our sales floor. And if you're looking for something to add to your collection, or you're looking for your first collector car, this would be a really, really nice first car, in my opinion. Now, you have to take a look at all the stuff, watch the video again if you do, and you can watch everything on our website at www.Ellingson Motorcars. And we appreciate you looking, and we thank you again, and we will see you next time at Ellingson Motorcars.